Dear students, we start with module number 2. It deals with asymmetrical faults. The portion for module 2 is the introduction of symmetrical faults. Then you have to study tangent on a transmission line. And you have to study short circuit of a synchronous machine under no load as well as the load condition. No load and load condition. What happens when there is a short circuit on unloaded synchronous generator and loaded synchronous generator, and some numericals on the power system in which a three-phase fault occurs, and you have to, based on the different parameters, how you have to select the circuit breaker rating that we are studying at the end of the module. The first introductory part of the symmetrical faults. In general, we know that there are some abnormalities in the power system. The normal means the system is operating in the normal condition in a such a way that it is meeting the load with the generation and proper transmission and the distribution without any abnormality in the system. There are some abnormality they are occurring in the power system, such as the fault in the power system. There is a insulator flashover will takes place because of there is a abnormality in the power system. Also, a natural calamity such as lightning stroke on the transmission line that also disturbs the power system. These are some of the abnormalities conditions in the power system. Because of this abnormality, then what happens? There is a rise in the current in the system, or high current will flow in the system depending upon the nature and the location. This is very, very important. That is, when there is an abnormality occurs, then the severity of the fault current is depending upon the nature of the fault and at exactly at what place it is happened. Means, in a small example if we are giving, then if the fault is occurring nearer to the generator, then the severity of the fault is very, very large. Then we are seeing, because of the abnormality, there is a high current will flow in the system. Then what is the appropriate corrective measures you have to take as a power system engineer? That is, it should be sensed by through the relay. That is, whenever there is an abnormality occurs, then there is a high current will flow in the system. Then this high current is sensed by the relay within half cycle. So that within a very short time you have to clear the fault. So that you have to give the signal to the circuit breaker so that it has to isolate the faulty section. That is, the faulty section of the system are isolated by circuit breaker, that is within 3 to 4 cycle. If you are not clearing the fault within very short time, then the system will go into unstable condition. Therefore, the time scale is very, very the interest in the fault studies, that is, it is within 10 to 100 millisecond that you have to do the analyze the system, so that exactly what is the fault current, where exactly it is occurs, what is the severity of the fault, then accordingly whether relay is sensing the faulty conditions and the circuit breaker sense that is abnormality in the system, so that it has to break the faulty section. Therefore, the time scale in the fault study is very, very important. That should be as minimum as possible, so that the system should not go into the unstable condition. If we are making a delay in the analysis and taking the corrective measures, then delay in the operation of circuit breaker result in instability in the power system, what we are seeing. We know that under abnormal condition, the high current have to be interrupted. It is a very difficult task. That is, under fault condition, the current magnitude, that is fault current magnitude, is very, very high. That is very challenging job. Therefore, the circuit breaker must be able to withstand such high interruption MVA. That is, you have to design in a circuit breaker, that is the capacity of the circuit breaker, such a way that it has to handle the maximum fault MVA. Maximum fault MVA it has to withstand. In planning and design stage, studies are done to determine the short circuit current through the network for various types of faults. That is, these the fault studies are required because you have to plan. You have to plan for example, there is a requirement of a electrical demand. Then the what is the necessity generation? What should be the transmission system? Everything is you are erecting. At the same time, you have to think of what should be the protective system should be there for the power system, so that whenever there is an abnormality occurs in the system, it should be protected. Therefore, the fault studies are very, very essential for power system analysis. Based on these studies, that is fault studies, the short circuit MA at a various points in the network can be calculated. Means this fault study is carried out in each part of the system. Means each part of the system should be protected for abnormality in the power system. Short circuit level provide basis for specifying the interrupting capacity of the circuit breaker. I told you that is to design to fix the capacity of circuit breaker, you must know what is the maximum short circuit MVA in the system. Configuration of a transmission network and the modification. That is, in the fault studies also help us. That is, whenever there is a fault occurs, if we are isolating the faulty section, then there should not be much disruption in the continuity of the power supply. Then you have to rerouting the power supply for some of the healthy system. That is what we are calling that configuration of the transmission network and the modification of the rerouting of the electricity to the different parts of the consumer end. These computations must be repeated to determine the adequacy of the protective equipment. That is, we are doing the calculations in the different parts of the power system, such that most accurately you have to design our protective scheme so that the power system should be healthy. When there is a fault occurs, then it should be cleared and system should be retain its equilibrium. Short circuit studies cover both planning and certain extent the operation phase also. That is, the fault studies they help us for first is for planning purpose to design the protective scheme. At the same time, it is also helping us for the operation of the system under the fault conditions, which sections you have to open and where you have to reroute and everything that will come to know by this fault analysis. In general, the fault can be defined as it is a fault in a system or a circuit at any failure which interfere with the normal flow of current. That is, the fault means it is the interference of the flow of the abnormal the current in the normal power system. That is, in the event of the fault, there is sudden change in the circuit conditions in the form of a voltage and the current. That is, the current is increasing, at the same time the voltage at the fault point is the falling drastically. Okay, these are the observation we are getting. That is, the fault in the circuit is any failure which interferes, that is interferes with the normal, that what we are calling is the fault. The fault is an abnormal and unintended connection of live elements of a system to each other or earth. That is, the fault is nothing but, for example, if you are having a generator, if you have got a generator, I have got three-phase connections I am showing here. There is a fault between the two lines. There is a one fault. Means there is an unintended connection between two lines, or there is an unintended connection between any one line and the ground, or there may be a fault on all the three phases. These are the what we are calling is the a fault is an abnormal or unintended connection of live elements of a system to each other or to the earth. Either it may be a line to line fault, or it may be a line to ground fault, or double line to ground fault, or three phase to the ground fault. These are the different types of the possible the faults that are occurring in the system. Then, when there is a fault occurs, the impedance of such connections are often very low, resulting in large current. That is, when there is a fault occurs in the system, then what happens? The fault impedance is very very small. Thereby, the fault current will be very high in the case of whenever there is a fault is occurring on the system. Then the energy contained in the fault current can quickly heat components. That is, we know that whenever there is a fault occurs, the current is very high. If the fault is persisting for longer time, then heavy current will flow in the system. Then it generate, that is because of it is persisting for longer time, there is a heat is producing. Because the heat is producing, the components in the power system get affected. That is why the energy contained in the fault current can quickly heat components, creates excessive forces, and can result in devastating explosions of the equipment. Because of that, there is a catching the fire of the component, they get destroyed. Then that is why under the event of the fault conditions, you have to detect, you have to analyze the fault very fast, and you have to isolate the fault, otherwise it is affecting the power system components. Some of the points which is pertaining to the faults are: the fault occurs in the power system due to either the different reasons for the faults are insulation failure, that is the whatever the live wire you are holding on that is you are fixing on fixing the live wire on the insulator. If there is a insulator failure, in that case there is a direct connection from the live wire to the supporting structure, that is tower. That is the fault. Different factors which affecting the fault are insulation failure, that is one reason. If there is a flashover in the event of there is a lighting, or there is a physical damage or human error, that is also occurring because of that there is a fault is occurring. That is the first reason is the insulation failure, okay, and second one is the flashover because of the lightning. Then physical damage, that is there is a tower may be fall, or there is an accident, there is some vehicle is hitting the tower, because of that the live wires get short circuited. Or human error, in the case of there is a human short circuiting the two lines or line to some ground fault. See if anything happens, in that case there is the fault is occurring. These are the different reasons for the fault. These faults may either be three phase, it is may three phase involving all the three phase in the nature, involving all the three phases. Then it is called as symmetrical manner. If there is a fault is occurring on the system, for example I am taking a generator itself, if the fault is occurring in all the three phases, then it is affecting all the three phases, R, Y, B, or phase number 1, 2 and 3, they are affecting equally. Means the fault current in all the three phases is remains same, the magnitude wise, and all the three currents are displaced by 120 degree. If there is a symmetrical fault occurs, means all the three phases are short circuited, then the faults may be either short circuit, it is nature involving all the three phases, and the symmetrical manner. It is symmetrical manner means it is called as symmetrical fault. Okay. Now the fault may also be caused by either short circuit to earth or between the live conductors. That is, in the case of the other condition is that there may be a fault between line and the ground. There is a single line to ground fault. Or the other case may be there is a line to line fault. There is a line to line fault. In that case, it is involving either one phase or two phase. On such cases, the faults they are called as unsymmetrical faults. Faults may be also be caused by either short circuit of earth or between live conductors or may the broken conductor. Even event of there is a line is open. If the line is open, in that case also that is a fault. That is an open conductor fault. Sometimes simultaneous fault may occur involving short circuit or broken conductor faults. There is a possibility. There is a possibility because the network is very large, very large. There is in some part of the circuit there may be a ground to line fault. Some other part of the power system there may be line to line fault. There may be open conductor. Sometimes there is a at the remote end there might be all the three phase fault. Okay, if there is in the power system there might be a simultaneous faults also. These are some of the important introductory notes for the faults in the power system. In the next section, we will continue with this fault analysis that is confined to the three phase fault.